Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 431. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris Al. What's up, Chris?
Hey, good evening, everyone.
What's up, Scott?
Greetings and salutations.
Okay, Scott, explain, not Scott, Chris, explain to us, you know it's reverse when you guys see it on the bottom. Okay, Chris, explain to me what's happening with our King Kong thing.
Well, okay, so a couple of days ago, an article broke from multiple credible sources that said that King Kong was effectively moving from Universal to Warner Brothers. Now, as far as I know, this has been completely confirmed, and that means that now Godzilla and Warner Brothers has Godzilla and King Kong under the umbrella of what
Hey, Janet.
Hello.
Okay, good. I'm sorry, Chris.
Yeah, okay. We already know that in 2017 we're getting Kong Skull Island.
Yes.
Which is supposed to be what happens after the original King Kong. And from what I've heard right now, it's the story of what happened to Kong's body after he dies.
Really?
They go back to the island, and there's something that they find there.
So wait a minute. Let me correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
They bring his body back to Kong Island, to Skull Island?
No. We don't know what happens to his body right now. I guess they're going to explain it in the movie. But apparently, Tom Hiddleston, the main character, somehow goes to Skull Island, and apparently him and his crew, I guess, they say they find something on the island. Personally, I think it's another Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Or a race of Kong-like apes who are actually much larger than the actual Kong. The reason I say that is because the news that broke today hasn't been confirmed yet, but apparently a good source has leaked it, said that the corporation Monarch, which was the company or the government agency that was hiding Godzilla's existence in the 2014 movie, is definitely in Skull Island.
Wow.
So that means they are possibly hiding where Kong's body is, the existence of Skull Island, and other Kong species if there's one on this island.
Sweet.
The source also said Godzilla and Kong are most definitely going to fight, and eventually will be allies against another force or something like that.
Wow.
So I'm thinking...
I want to see Jet Jaguar again. I'm sorry. I got to see him.
No, Jet Jaguar's cool. But I'm thinking there's either going to be not only Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah, but Godzilla, Mothra, Kong, Rodan, and Ghidorah in some sort of...
And Gigan and Megalon maybe? Or
Gigan's not
Mechagodzilla?
No Gigan, no Megalon, as far as I know.
Mechagodzilla?
I haven't heard anything about Mechagodzilla. But the big news right now that, like I said, that hasn't been completely confirmed yet, but it looks like King Kong and Godzilla will be in at least one movie together where they're fighting, and possibly another one where they're allies.
That's awesome.
So I don't know what else they're going to do. I think this might be taking the place of Pacific Rim, because the bad news today...
That thing was put on the back burner.
Well, the rumor was it was put on hold.
No,
it was put on hold indefinitely.
It's completely shot now, apparently.
But then I'm hearing that they may want to do crossover afterwards.
Well, I've heard that too, but today the news was very bad for Pacific Rim.
Okay. Yeah. They don't want to have too many monster movies, probably.
Yeah. Pacific Rim 2 did very well overseas. It did okay in the United States. But I think, since Godzilla did very well both domestically and foreignly, I think they're going to say, let's focus on that. And
so the American Godzilla is going to be with King Kong?
Yes.
Okay.
Which means to me that this new Kong is going to either have to start out huge or somehow get to Godzilla's size or near that, because Kong's originally 25 feet tall.
So it's probably King Kong's son.
I
or
mean,
something.
it could be, but I don't know. Personally, I think Kong's going to be about the size of the male Muto from Godzilla, who is about, I think he was like 100 feet tall or something.
Right. Okay.
I think the
That
thing
would
that's
be
definitely going
interesting
to
to see
confirm this
someone
movie.
this big to this big fight.
Yeah.
Now that would be, to me, that's a fight, opposed to somebody being at the same height.
Yeah. I think the thing that's definitely going to confirm King Kong versus Godzilla is if Batman versus Superman does very well. If that versus movie does very well, we'll be seeing this by like 2019, I think.
Well, when we did a show, you and I think on the Everything Show, and we said 2020, right?
Yeah, you said that, yeah.
I said it, yeah. So I mean, it's probably going to be close.
Yeah.
To that. Another thing is, do you guys remember the King Kong movie, King Kong Live?
Oh yeah.
There was a King Kong movie where there was a Mecha Kong.
Yes, Mechanicon, yeah.
Mechanicon or something?
That was
I thought King Kong Escapes. Yeah, and who was that done by? That wasn't done by God.
That was
done?
Toho.
That was.
That was Toho, I believe, yeah.
And it's public domain, so anybody could do a King Kong movie.
I mean, beforehand, I thought I'm pretty sure Universal somehow wrapped up the rights to that, but apparently it went to Warner Brothers. And as soon as that happened, everyone was like, "That means King Kong versus Godzilla."
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people were like, "No, it doesn't mean that. They're just in the same." But today, they said Monarch is in the movie. If Monarch is in the movie, there's no way around it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Think about this for a minute now. Skull Island, right? You have Skull Island, you have Monster Island, right? Now, back in the day when the original King Kong was released, right? I heard this from someone that I guess worked at the studio back then. There was a couple of movies released that had stuff on the island, like creatures on the island, dinosaurs on the island, that I guess were never either aired once on TV or maybe in the theaters or never aired, that basically said that King Kong wasn't the only thing from that island, that there was like dinosaurs and there was a spot, there was a whole bunch of different things happening.
There's a monster, I didn't mean to cut you off, but there's a monster in Godzilla, or in Destroy All Monsters, called Gorosaurus, that Kong fights in a previous movie.
Okay.
So, I mean, that confirms what you said, basically.
So, I mean, the thing is that I don't know if the company that did King Kong still has those movies. And I'm surprised that I think whoever had the rights to it, they didn't allow it to be released. But supposedly there was, like, I guess it would be the equivalent of sequels back then.
Yeah.
Where it'd just be without Kong, but different creatures on the island that they focused on. So I'm just curious if that ever turns up anywhere. But maybe, you know, obviously they know about it, so maybe they're trying to expand on it with a reboot of that, meaning Skull Island, different things on there. Because you can't have a whole movie without King Kong appearing, period. I mean, it's got to be the other monsters on there. And they're probably going to take from the original concept of what they had for those movies and put them in rebooted versions.
I have a theory about the movie. I actually have two theories about the movie, but with Kong possibly having to grow his size or whatever, I think the thing that they find on the island, if the story that they've released is true, I think what the characters find on the island is some sort of substance or something that has the creatures on the island grow to abnormal sizes.
Or alien thing.
Or something like that. And I think the Kong from the original movie was exposed to that, but he wasn't the largest ape on the island. He may have been relatively small compared to the Kong we're going to see in this movie. My other theory that basically, because I've seen, like, I've had in my mind, like, how is this going to work with Godzilla, you know, already being established? There was a prequel book called Godzilla Awakens that Legendary released that had Godzilla in the dinosaur era. The Godzilla from 2014. And he was fighting this different Muto when the asteroid that strikes the Earth wipes out the dinosaurs.
Okay.
And he was like the last dinosaur-like creature to survive. So there's no weird timeline disruption here. Godzilla just never had to go to Skull Island before.
Right.
But what I would like them to do is since Godzilla is radioactive, I'd like it to say that him being on the island, his radiation causes mutations on the animal population on the island that causes them to grow larger.
That'd be interesting.
That's always been something that I always thought they should expand, because Godzilla's radiation is a different type of radiation. Why can't it have an abnormal effect on life forms?
What do you have to say, Dana?
Oh, well, I like the idea of Godzilla and King Kong fight. That'd be good.
Were you a fan of Godzilla and King Kong when you were growing up?
Somewhat. I didn't watch a lot of them, but I watched a few of them.
Okay. I have to say that I'm like a little kid again, because we got Doctor Who coming back on this week. We have SpiderMan movie coming back, the Civil War last time, and my favorite Godzilla monster is going to have sequels, and Toho and King Kong back, and it's going to be amazing. I'm like so happy that all the stuff they used to love as a kid is coming back, you know, hopefully done right. So,
I love the fact when they were doing this, they showed the original Godzilla and that original King Kong in front of that little hut.
Yeah.
I love that. So that's good.
So, and Star Wars 2 is back.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting times we live in, man. Exciting times.
And Netflix is supposed to be getting all 6 episodes anyway of Star Wars. So.
Yes. Now, I heard it. Is there anything else on the Godzilla front? Do we have any word about the Toho movie that's in production?
The Toho one is still filming.
Okay.
But the surprising thing is, the Toho one is not filming in a Toho studio. They're filming in the city.
Oh.
So I think that means we're seeing a Hollywood-esque Godzilla movie made in Japan.
Wow.
So that's nice.
Superman next.
That is nice.
I'm still waiting to see what this Godzilla looks like, though, because apparently they said he's the largest and most frightening Godzilla ever. I'm still waiting to see it.
Now, besides Godzilla, who Godzilla was my main favorite, and I liked King Kong also, I was always a fan of Gamera, the turtle. I don't know if you guys were. If you remember Gamera. Remember Gamera?
Pushed on to the movie.
Gamera, like, he turned around in his shell, he flew. There was like there was one movie, I guess. For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's a Mandela effect that we were talking about the other day. But I remember Godzilla fighting Gamera. I don't know why. And I've looked everywhere. There's no such thing. And I distinctly remember Gamera fighting Godzilla. What company is Gamera? Does anybody know?
Gamera was originally made by, I'm going to say it wrong, but it's called Daiei, I think.
Okay.
They made the first, I believe, 7 Gamera movies.
And Gamera never fought Godzilla, correct? It's a different company. Never.
But the thing is, though, Toho, I believe it was Toho, made the Gamera Heisei series, which was Gamera Guardian of the Universe, Gamera Advent of Legion, and Gamera Awakening of Iris. Those 3, I kid you not, are the 3 greatest kaiju movies ever made, besides Gojira.
And they never put Godzilla in there.
I have to say this. If any kaiju fan has never seen those 3 movies, you're missing the best of the genre. Because I kid you not, I like those 3 movies better than every Godzilla movie except.
Really? You know, I don't think I've ever seen the new Gameras.
They took it so seriously, yet they still had like some comedy moments in there, but the way that they had Gamera, like they explained his origin and stuff, and his enemies and whatnot, they are unbelievable.
Wow.
You need to see them if you haven't. They are. You got to see them.
What about like the other ones? Like, did you have like Mothra 1, 2, and 3 or anything like that?
The Rebirth of Mothra series, the Rebirth of Mothra 3 is good because she fights Ghidorah in that one. And he's not just King Ghidorah, he's called Grand King Ghidorah.
Okay.
He's like a psychopath in the movie. It's great.
Wow. You know what? I gotta see what I have over there.
Those Gamera movies.
I bet you something's over there. VHS.
The main character of the Gamera series is Steven Seagal's daughter.
Oh, wow.
I kid you not.
Huh.
All right, talk for a second. I want to go see what I have over there. Talk about something. I know I got something over there. Let me see. Hold on.
See what I've done?
Superman would be good. I remember seeing Superman in the theaters.
Yeah.
Yak, 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 yak. Babble, babble, babble.
I've been waiting all day to talk about this because I was in class today and I saw the news and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, like I said,
it's a Mothra, one of the Mothras, and because I remember buying it in a toy convention. That was the only way you can get it.
Yeah.
Just like I got the original Fantastic Four movie that you can't see. Well, you can see it on television.
that the '90s version.
Yeah.
Oh
What were you
God.
gonna say, Scott? You were gonna say something before.
I don't even remember what it is now.
I had something to talk about. Yes. Actually, I'll save that for the. Well, no, I could talk about it in both shows. All right, let me get the article I wanted to talk about and see if it's here.
I do have an odd thing going on over here. I've got a Doctor Who book that I don't even remember buying in my bookshelf.
Okay, so you know I'm a huge fan, a Spider-Man fan. I get the comics still. Dan Slott. I talk sometimes, very rarely, back and forth on Twitter. And you know that he's a massive, massive Whovian, right? So, okay, now why can't I screen share? Hold on a second. So, I'm going to try to get this now. On the cover, let me just, come on. Can we screen share today, Google? Don't fail me, Google. Don't fail me. Okay, so Peter Capaldi's on the cover of Amazing Spider-Man, which...
What the hell?
What?
Peter Capaldi is right there, in the thick of it. All the cast members are in the bus. There's Peter Capaldi, and there's Spider-Man getting blasted probably by, I would guess, I don't know if it's the Green Goblin or whatever. This is this is the Amazing Spider-Man comic that's going to come soon. So they actually put Peter Capaldi on the bus.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty cool, right?
So is he the Doctor or just Capaldi?
No, that's the show in the thick of it, you know, where he cursed constantly, Malcolm Tucker.
Yeah.
That's the whole cast in it, in the bus.
I was just about to say, we all know what he's saying right now.
Yeah. So that's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
I think.
Cool.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't get sued. I'm sure they got permission. But yeah, that's really awesome. So, and I knew, you know, Dan Slott is a huge. I mean, he's been in the new TARDIS, which he didn't want to show pictures of it because he's there every year. But there's something different in that TARDIS that he couldn't show. But yeah, he's a huge Doctor Who fan. He basically made the Silver Surfer comic where the Silver Surfer has like a companion, you know, as like a, you know, to Doctor Who, you know. So I'm dying to read what he's got cooked up for Amazing Spider-Man. We'll see. Dying to see.
I wish IDW would do what Marvel and DC used to do, like those team-ups. That's why I really wish Marvel and DC would go back to doing.
Yeah.
Because with all the changes that have gone on between the two of them and all them. And one other interesting thing, there's a rumor that Rom might be going to IDW. So if Rom goes to IDW and Marvel has the Dire Rays, I wonder how they're going to work that out with who the enemy's going to be.
That's interesting. I have another article that we talked about the other night about Mary Poppins is getting a sequel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now, yeah, they want Emily Blunt, basically, if you could see the screen share. Okay? So that's...
a remake.
No,
No.
it's a sequel.
Sequel.
Yeah. And they want her to do Edge of Tomorrow 2. They want her to do Mary Poppins. And there's even talk of her, you know, being Captain Marvel and You know,
Yeah.
basically, that's going to be she's lined up, so to speak. With wonderful. She's got a bright future, wonderful roles and stuff like that. So, again, I don't know what. I'm not really going to go into the article in detail, but basically, they want her to be Mary Poppins.
How can they
So-
do a sequel to Mary Poppins?
How could they do a sequel to Christmas Story? I don't know, and they did it. And how could they do a sequel to It's a Wonderful Life? And how could they do a sequel? I don't know why certain things get sequels. Certain things shouldn't get sequels.
Yeah.
But
My basic belief is this: if the storyline calls for it, yes, make a
Yes.
sequel. But don't just make one because the last movie made buku's amount of money.
and you don't make a sequel because for something that hasn't been out for like 45 years or whatever, where people don't even know. I mean, yeah, they know maybe because the popularity's back with Mary Poppins. I don't know, maybe a little Missy action over here or different things, but brought interest into it, or the Mr. Banks movie or whatever. But you know, I mean, they're doing everything live action and trying to make. But that was always live action. That movie.
Yeah,
So,
and they had that little cartoon.
yeah.
Of all the Disney movies, why that one? That's just, to me, that's just untouchable. You do not,
Here,
don't even go there.
Well, basically every Disney movie is going to be made into live action.
Well, they're
So-
doing Pete's Dragon too.
Yes, and they're doing Jungle Book. I saw the trailer, and they're doing Beauty and the Beast, and they're doing Little Mermaid.
Yep.
and I love the jungle.
Sofia Coppola, I think, is directing it. Maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah, they're remaking Scarface.
Yeah.
Well, that's not
That'll
Disney,
be,
but
what,
yeah.
fourth, fifth time now? Because they had a black and white version.
Listen, they remake The Godfather, then I really riot. Because that's ridiculous. There'll be a lot of horses in people's beds.
That's why he went. That's why he's in jail and not doing the real.
Yeah,
version.
that's why. He got a little aggravated, yeah.
Well, you can do the real Hoovians from prison.
Yeah, right.
Dude,
So,
They'd really have to make them an offer they can't refuse.
right. Right. And let me tell you something. Every April Fool, somebody tries to throw that article in there that they're like, that Johnny Depp is the new Corleone. It's a remake, and like somebody put that on Facebook, I think, a couple of weeks ago. And I'm reading it. First of all, I don't think, because I'm like, oh, why would anybody put an April Fool's joke now? You know, think like that. So I'm talking to Sharon. I'm like, I can't believe this. Do you believe this? They're remaking Godfather. What? Oh my God! And I'm like, oh my God! Leo DiCaprio is Scarface. He's Scarface. Look what they do. And then I'm like looking at it, and then I'm like, my face is getting like a tomato. I'm like purple. And then I'm like looking at it, it's like April Fools, 2013. So then I comb my hair back like this, and I'm like, okay.
I'm glad I didn't have it.
you know Johnny Depp's going to do Carl Kolchak anyway.
And I'm like, Johnny Depp! Johnny Depp! I was like, oh, forget it. It's a whole thing, this household. Crazy times. Unbelievable. You don't remake The Godfather, sorry.
No.
But they're remaking Buck Rogers. They're remaking Greatest American Hero. They're remaking everything.
The opening, I finally found the lyrical version of the movie the other day. And I like that version, version than the instrumental version they used for the series.
And they're what else are they doing? I just went blank for a second there. Why did I go blank? What were they doing that I thought was ridiculous? I just thought of it too. Where did it go? Let me see. Is it on here? Oh well, no. That's not it, but we said Charlie's Angels is being rebooted. Heart to Heart is being rebooted. If you remember that show.
Yes, I watched
Yeah.
that show religiously.
Well, Heart to Heart's going to be a gay remake. So it's going to be a husband and husband
Oh.
TV show. Yeah. The New Century. What are you going to say?
You got the Wii channel?
I don't know. But let's see what else there was there. Oh, they're remaking Naked Gun. I really hope they don't remake Airplane, because I love Airplane the way it was.
I saw the first one. The second one was decent, but still, the first one I saw in the cinemas, and oh god, I think my sides laughed. I'm just hurt.
And I just seen the second trailer to Apollo Creed movie.
I saw that today. Yeah, today, because I was watching a Philip DeFranco show, and he was talking about the things just links in the internet. So I wouldn't watch it. Oh wow, yeah.
Now correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Rocky say that Paulie's dead?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, why? Why do you?
It is like 70 years later. So.
Paulie is awesome, and he's still got it, man. You know? Is it Burt Young? I think, right? Am I right? Paulie plays Paulie in Rocky.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I shame on me because I see him on Instagram thing. Yeah, Burt Young. Yes, thank God I'm right. Okay, Burt Young plays Paulie, and he's great. He's an artist. He's doing his thing. And I saw him one time say something like, "I'm not dead. Paulie's not dead." And I'm like, "What's he talking about?" Now I saw the trailer. Rocky putting flowers up the grave or something. I'm like, what's that? No Paulie? Come on, man. I guess they just wanted to show that Rocky was alone, and now he's going to die, but he's got a reason to live, so I'm going to fight, you're going to fight, and then we're going to after you win the fight, we're going to make cupcakes. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I think that trailer looks pretty good, though. Like, I think the movie looks good.
Like, do you really need to go there, like, if I fight, you're going to fight, Rock? And it's like, okay. It's like, come on. He's not going to fight. He's going to die because his wife is gone, his friends are gone. What's he going to do? You're not going to spend 20 every day with him?
Hey, where's his son?
Yeah, because
he's gone. He's gone. Everybody's like, peace out. Now all of a sudden he doesn't have a son. It's like, what the heck? He's alone. Come on. What happened to the girlfriend he hooked up with? What happened to the girlfriend he hooked up with in the last one? What happened with that? I don't know. It's just crazy.
Meredith.
It's crazy. I mean, so hopefully the movie's good. I don't like how they really made him age like that, though, because he doesn't look like that. But whatever. He probably could kick at his age, he could kick any 18-year-old's butt. Yeah, at his age, he could kick any 18-year-old's butt, because he's built like a house, so come on. But all right, whatever. Besides that, did you guys see, I talked about it the other night, and I got to try to find the picture again. Did you see Jamie Lee Curtis? The picture that she was in the same shot as her mother for the new thing. Let me show you. The new Scream Queens. Let me screen share.
Oh, I saw that. I didn't see that, but I did see a trailer for it. And...
Here. How awesome does that look? That was her mother in Psycho,
nice.
And that's her in Scream Queens. Shooting it shot for shot, the same thing. But she said she never went in the shower. I guess she's talking about in the movies.
Yeah. After she did that movie, she would not do a shower.
But that was her mother. She wouldn't go in the what? She wouldn't take showers, or she just wouldn't go in the shower for.
She would. I think she took baths, but she wouldn't.
But same thing like Jamie Lee Curtis, right? She wouldn't even do that either. Like, she was traumatized. It's like, wow, that's crazy.
That's how you know that movie will live forever.
Right. She was scared.
I
think Alfred Hitchcock scared the crap out of her, I think. That was like sudden, not planned, I guess. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was so great about that movie is the fact that there was things that you didn't see that scared you more.
Yes.
Today, if they tried to do it, it's like they had to have shot for shot of the blood, the stabbing, and all that.
But I gotta say, I don't know if you watch it, but do you watch Bates Motel?
No, I never.
Let me tell you something. Growing up, my dad took me to see everything. Okay, I went to see the Psycho 2, Psycho 3. I saw the original on TV. Psycho 4 was on Showtime, whatever. Let me tell you something. Bates Motel is so story-driven, character-driven. It is so good, right? And I'm a big horror icon. I love all the originals, okay? And I'm always against different reboots. But they could technically end the show and make Psycho from those actors.
Damn.
Let me tell you something. It is so good that I don't know how they would do it because the one who plays his mother, she's amazing. I wish Gloria was on it. She knows how to pronounce her name. Vera Familia. She plays the mother. She's amazing. Okay, the mother, and he has a brother. How awesome was that? You have to see what goes on there. I telling you, I know you watch everything. I know you rate things, movies, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, you watch Bates Motel, start season 1, season 2. I'm telling you, it will be a new favorite for you. I'm guessing. I'm not 100% positive, but I think you will love it. I think it's on Netflix.
I'm off Friday. Payday, thank you God.
Me too.
I'll check it out again because I got 1 or 2 episodes and then I got away from it for whatever reason.
That Doctor Who Monopoly cost me a pretty penny. That set me back. All right. Yeah, I bought the 50th anniversary Monopoly edition of.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and
I bought toys, and oh my god, I gotta stop. Yeah, I spent too much money. I gotta relax.
There was also a Doctor. I think there was also a Doctor Who Yahtzee too. If I remember seeing that over there.
I didn't buy that yet, but I was tempted to buy like the statues, but I gotta, other stuff's coming up. Christmas is coming too.
Yes.
Which, for a parent, you got to start now. Like now.
Oh, so you were slipping little hints here and there. It's like
I got the PlayStation 4, right? And let me tell you something. Just as I predicted, I said once I get the PlayStation 4 out of the way, it's gonna be so easy to get games. They got like 30 games in 2 weeks from having the PS4. I hooked them up. I hooked them up. Other people hooked them up. They have games galore. And now my son Anthony wants a PlayStation himself. Like, they don't want to share it. They're fighting. So so that was hard enough to get it the first time because that was like a lot of money. I bought the Batman Arkham pack with the so he wants the Destiny version, like the pack. That's like $400 or $500. Right. So I'm like, and it's not even Christmas, Because I got to worry about Joe's graduating this year, so next year. So it's going to be prom, graduation, yearbook pictures, just pictures. It's it's going to be an expensive year. So, but it's exciting though. It's going to be exciting. So I'll try to sneak in a PS4 there. They don't even want the Xbox One though. They're like, oh.
Yeah, like I said, I still haven't decided whether I want to switch my 360 for the PS4 or the.
The Xbox One. Well, we're a PlayStation family, but we do have the other systems. But we don't have the Xbox One. But the Xbox One, I think, is backward compatible.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be backward.
It's going to be. Okay. And we just had our new member of the Everything Show, Larry, is a big gamer. He was talking about the Resident Evil game, the multiplayer one, and then he was talking about Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
Do the post, but I said, wouldn't this be sweet? And I had a thing of the old Big Jim characters, and wouldn't this be sweet to have Mattel bring those guys back, either in a video game or a movie, or give it to one of the comic book companies? Because I even Facebooked them, saying, "Can you try to do that?" But I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
That would be good if they did that. That'd be really cool. All right, so I guess that's it. Oh wait, you guys see me? I think just froze a little bit. Okay. All right, so that's going to be it for the Everything Show. I think we're going to come back with a Real Hoobie's cast because I got a surprise. Okay? Some good, juicy stuff that I tried to do earlier, but my computer failed. So, all right, so we're going to go to Real Hoobie's cast right now, and it's not going to be that long. So, take care. Bye for now, guys.